Before classes even started, my roommate posted a photo of herself in just lingerie in the large group chat with the caption, "Guys, avert your eyes. Upperclassmen sisters, please help me. Why is it still so tight even though I bought the largest size?" After classes began, she became even more astonishing. She'd walk into class in a see-through t-shirt, completely uninhibited. I advised her, "I respect your personal style, but it's hard for guys not to get the wrong idea. If you ever run into some extreme pervert, you could be in serious danger." She looked me up and down, scoffing, then snorted, I know, I know." Much later, a twisted pervert snuck into the dorm and humiliated me to death. Only after I died did I learn the truth. From the moment I warned her, whenever any man asked for her contact information, she'd give them my name, and even intimately tell them I was in room 1073. Opening my eyes again, I found myself reborn. This time, I absolutely wouldn't interfere in other people's business ever again. Before this, I only saw such eccentric people online, until I met my new roommate, a freshman who suffered from exhibitionism. I really wanted to warn her that this was a psychological illness and she should seek treatment, but the words died on my lips. Thinking back, what if she thought I was being nosy? So I only hinted at it subtly. I never imagined that subtle hint would bring such overwhelming disaster upon me. Luckily, I was reborn on the first day of school registration. Serena was directing two upperclassmen, telling them to carry her luggage up to the dorm. Then, amidst their eager gazes, she gave them her contact information. She turned her head, saw us watching, and giggled, complaining, "Oh, I told them I could carry it myself, but those upperclassmen are just too enthusiastic, aren't they?" Wasn't it precisely because she was dressed so provocatively? Who among new students would wear low-rise jeans so short they barely covered half her backside, paired with a super short tube top? Any normal person would immediately think of something unsavory. But then again, we already had our first impressions of this roommate. She could post lingerie photos in a 500-person group chat. She clearly didn't care about what anyone else thought. After everyone introduced themselves, we all went about our business. Until Serena stared at me and said, "Baby, you're so fair-skinned with such beautiful skin, why don't you show it off? That t-shirt is hideous. How about I pick out an outfit for you? I know so many handsome guys at our school, we could go out tonight." Vivian, on the bed next to mine, couldn't suppress her boy-crazy nature. She immediately started gossiping. Classes just started, and Nana already knows handsome guys. "I'm so jealous of you, you're really pretty." Serena, just like in my previous life, casually brushed Vivian off with a few words, then fixed her gaze back on me. Vivian's eyes flashed with envy before she went back to her phone. In my previous life, after I rejected Serena's invitation, Vivian often sarcastically called me a hypocrite. "Who doesn't like handsome guys?" she'd say. She even tried hard to butter up Serena so she could tag along and meet more handsome guys. Unfortunately, Serena's eyes were always fixed on me. Only later, when I learned the truth, did I understand. Nobody is kind enough to introduce so many handsome guys to a friend just like that. They merely want to see you fall from grace with them to satisfy their own dark desires. The more I refused, the more it fueled Serena's vengeful psychology. Seeing them each lost in their own thoughts, an idea sparked in my mind. Weren't these two a match made in heaven? "Nana, your figure is so beautiful. Next to you, I just look like an ugly duckling. How could I dare show off my figure? People would just laugh at me. I think Vivian would be a great fit. Her figure looks quite good too." Endorsed by my compliment on her taste, Serena's gaze shifted to Vivian. Vivian, lacking confidence, looked down at herself and smiled. "Really?" I never really paid attention, and I've never worn clothes in that hot girl style before. Some people have seeds of evil hidden deep within their bones. In my previous life, Vivian gradually changed her style of dress, dating many boyfriends. That's why Serena eventually found her boring. Only seeing me fall was the most entertaining thing for her. Later, when I was humiliated to death, Vivian joined Serena in speaking viciously, spreading rumors online that I had a chaotic private life. The school even issued a critical announcement, making an example of me. Now, what I needed to do was shift Serena's attention to Vivian. These two were truly cut from the same cloth. Sure enough, Vivian's insecure words prompted Serena to console her. "Of course, darling, you'll definitely suit it. You can go out with me tonight. There are so many handsome guys, I'll do your makeup beautifully, and then you can freely pick one to be your boyfriend." Serena gave a flirtatious glance, and Vivian was swayed. The two of them bustled around the dorm for a while, and Vivian transformed into a second Serena. She stood in front of the mirror, covering herself with her hands. "No, this outfit is too revealing. How can I wear this outside?" I countered. "That's not right. Isn't Serena wearing something similar here?" Girls with good figures are favored more easily, unlike us who get exhausted carrying luggage. They just have to lightly go upstairs and it's done. Aren't you two embodying this year's most popular hot girl style? Seeing my praise, Vivian still hesitated, but it wasn't hard to tell from her expression that she was halfway convinced. Serena was beside her, egging her on and even wanting to take pictures with her. After the two left, our other roommate, Fiona, shyly asked me, "Lynn, do you really think they look good like that?" I smiled. "It's not on me, and it's not our business to control." I opened WeChat and refreshed it, immediately seeing Serena's new post on her moments. Because we had all joined the class group chat before school started, most people had already added each other as friends. So, I could see that quite a few male classmates had liked Serena's post. 10 people, but 11 likes. The extra one was Fiona. There were teasing comments from the guys, and Serena, far from being annoyed, seemed to enjoy it, interacting with them in the comments section. In the dorm group chat, Vivian tagged me, asking if I wanted to go out with them that night. I made up an excuse of being sick to decline. Let Serena enjoy her wicked intentions by herself. The two of them came back very late. Judging by Vivian's demeanor, she probably loved such parties, but Serena didn't seem too happy. The next day, she again fixated on me because she had to attend a freshman assembly. Serena had woken up early to do her makeup and was once again wearing a very revealing outfit. "Lynn, this outfit of mine is a matching set. I bought another one too. You wear it with me, okay?" She tried to shove the outfit into my hand, but I deftly redirected it to Vivian's hand. "Vivian, it's more fitting for you two to wear them, isn't it? You two are the beauties of our dorm. Your picture together yesterday got so many likes. If I wore it, people would probably laugh me to death." Serena wanted to say something more to persuade me, but my words were faster. Plus, Vivian, deep down, actually had the same seeds of wickedness as Serena. She just needed someone to encourage her. I showered her with praise, and Vivian immediately changed into the outfit. Serena's face stiffened, but she couldn't very well tell someone to take off their clothes immediately. And so, Fiona and I walked together while the other two walked hand in hand. Serena had her arm linked with Vivian's. I noticed she tried to pull me over several times, but I skillfully dodged her. Wherever they went, they were a dazzling sight. Vivian also imitated Serena's hip swaying, attracting quite a few direct gazes from men. But very quickly, a cup of bubble tea was splashed towards them. This is a university, not some brothel. If you don't know how to dress properly, then go walk around naked and seduce other people's boyfriends. Are you that desperate for men? Do you want me to introduce some clients to you too? A plump, arrogant woman declared. The skinny man beside her tried to pull her back but got a slap. "I saw you staring at them the whole way. If you like it so much, let me get their contact info for you." Afterwards, the woman burst into tears. The man quickly tried to console her. This kind of obsessive love was truly bizarre. I was about to sigh when Serena's actions became even more unbelievable. She puffed out her chest and confronted the plump woman. "You ugly troublemaker, who told your boyfriend to stare at me? My figure is this good. If I like to show it off, I will. You can't control your own man, so you take your anger out on other women. If it were you, I'd just smash my head against a wall and die." Her figure was indeed beautiful, and her waist was very slender, but that fierce, self-righteous expression drew quite a crowd. Vivian suddenly felt ashamed, her face flushing, wanting to quietly pull Serena away. But Serena wasn't someone easily bullied. In my previous life, she had seduced someone else's boyfriend. When they tried to hit her, she ended up scratching their face. Later, I learned she often did such things, so she was very experienced in dealing with confrontations. I just wondered if Vivian could handle it. "Nah, let's go, let's go." Seeing someone pull out their phone to record, Vivian covered her face with one hand and tried to pull Serena with the other. The plump woman stopped crying, her fleshy face contorted with anger as she cursed the two. "You sluts, you think you can just leave? Today, on behalf of all women, I'm going to teach you two a lesson, you scum of womanhood." With that, she grabbed Vivian's hair. Vivian fell flat on her face, and most importantly, her dress was too short, and she wasn't wearing safety shorts, so she was completely exposed. Serena quickly joined the fray. The plump woman hit Vivian. Serena hit her back. The three-person brawl attracted quite a few onlookers, while Fiona, our other roommate, quietly slipped away, just like me. After all, nobody wanted to be trending on the school's search rankings right after school started. Although Serena claimed she didn't like to hang out with men, in reality, she couldn't go 3 days without them. So, I registered a fake mail account and tried to infiltrate. Among the guys' posts, it took less than a morning for me to get into a group because I expressed a strong liking for Serena and wanted to get to know her. A guy actively pulled me into the group. The content in the group was unbearable to look at. There were even videos of Serena's fun last night. Although the lighting was dim, it wasn't hard to spot Vivian kissing and enjoying herself with several men. The voice of revenge in my heart grew louder and louder, almost controlling my actions, urging me to leak Vivian's photos. After my rationality recovered, I still decided to remain calm because I wasn't going to let either of these two off the hook. Today, the story of the three-person fight quickly spread. A quick scroll through the school forum and I easily found the contact information for that plump woman. A girl who claimed to have also been harmed by Serena and Vivian anonymously sent photos and messages to her. That night, I got my wish. Uncensored HD photos appeared on the school forum. Vivian in the dorm screamed in despair. "Serena, why did someone record a video? Didn't you say everything we did was kept secret? What do we do now? They're all cursing me." My friends saw the post too. What do we do now? She couldn't sit still, wanting to find Serena for ideas. But Serena just gave a faint smile. Seeing her so broken, Serena finally had the inclination to console her. "Vivian, they're just jealous of you. Your real friends wouldn't care about these things, would they? We're all adults. What's wrong with playing games? Those who misunderstand you simply don't understand you." I seized the opportunity to chime in and console her. "Exactly, Vivian. We all live together. How could we not understand you? Those people are just spreading nonsense. It'll all blow over in a few days." Vivian was still uneasy. "But they're all calling me a loose woman, a slut," I continued. "Isn't it because you're too outstanding? Only beautiful girls get targeted. Only those who are too noticeable get so much attention. If you were as ordinary as me, would anyone even notice you?" Through Vivian's eyes, I seemed to see into her inner thoughts. I could feel that she was easily swayed by me, because deep down, she, like Serena, harbored wickedness. Finally, Vivian just murmured, "Really? Of course, Vivian, let's go out again tonight. That handsome guy from last time will be there too." Serena completely disregarded her online reputation, even changing into a new top, still braless. She confidently declared she'd snag a handsome guy tonight. In that atmosphere, Vivian also shook off her anxiety and even began to compare herself. "Lynn, come with us. It's boring being alone in the dorm." Fiona had gone on a date with her boyfriend, so it was just me in the dorm at that moment. Before I could open my mouth, Vivian's demeaning words rang out. "Nah, you know Lynn is self-conscious about her figure. Standing with us would practically kill her, wouldn't it?" Although I wanted to roll my eyes internally, outwardly I laughed along. "Yeah, I'll pass." Then I put on a sad, unhappy, somewhat hesitant expression, as if I really wanted to go out with them. Just as Serena was about to continue persuading, Vivian quickly dragged her out. Come on, the dorm will close soon." Indeed, they didn't return all night. On the school forum, even more outrageous rumors spread. People said they were privately engaging in group activities, even hinting they might have STDs. The girls in our building all started to feel uneasy. Because the hallways shared washing machines, their discontent naturally spilled out. The curses grew louder and louder. When the two of them returned, Vivian's mood was clearly very agitated. "We just played games all night, didn't sleep at all. Look at my dark circles, I haven't even taken off my makeup, I almost died from sleep deprivation. Nana, I understand you so well. No wonder so many people curse you and you're too lazy to explain. It's completely untrue. These people only know how to fabricate things." Serena sighed. "That's right." But Vivian didn't see Serena's sneer when she turned away. The moment I lowered my head to play on my phone, the screen also reflected my own smile. No rush. Only by experiencing it firsthand can one truly understand how terrifying rumors can be. In my previous life, after I died, Vivian's fabricated story made it seem as if *I had done those dirty deeds. I hoped now she could experience this feeling. Serena was merely an excuse for Vivian. She had simply magnified the evil within her own heart. Very quickly, Vivian got her first boyfriend. How could I watch her be happy? So, I secretly told the guy that Vivian's private life was indecent and even showed him photos. Sure enough, the guy got scared and ran away. The two broke up online, but somehow their chat history was leaked. Vivian went to the hospital for a checkup, wanting to get a report to prove herself, but there were always rumors that her report was fake. Vivian, why bother with these people? Just focus on yourself. I consoled her, buying her a bubble tea. Vivian appeared touched, but in reality, she still only hung out with Serena, because in her heart, only Serena truly understood her. To my expectation, she eventually veered further and further off course, also becoming an exhibitionist like Serena. What Serena did, she imitated. If no one loved her, she would go steal someone else's. Even when a guy confessed his feelings to me, she would come over and give him a flirtatious glance. "Lynn, who is this guy? He looks so radiant, can you introduce him to me?" As soon as Vivian approached, the guy, seeing her revealing attire, got scared and ran away. Afterwards, she even rolled her eyes. Fake men, who knows what nasty thoughts they are harboring behind my back. I just smiled without saying anything. Finally, National Day holiday arrived. Vivian's home was nearby, so she naturally went back. In the dorm, only Serena, Fiona, and I remained. "Nana, last time I almost mistook Vivian for you. You two really are becoming more and more alike when you hang out. Someone even came to give flowers last week. I thought they were for you, but it turned out to be Vivian's guy. You introduced them, right? He looks as handsome as a celebrity." That day, Serena was out, and when she returned, she only knew Vivian received a bouquet. Immune to fresh flowers, she naturally paid no attention. But now, hearing me say this, she immediately became wary. Serena pretended to casually start a conversation with me. "Really? I didn't introduce her to any new friends, it must just be her friend," I replied. "They seemed like they just met, I even thought he was your friend, but you two are close. Maybe when she comes back from the National Day holiday, she'll introduce him to you." After that, I smiled and went to bed to rest. Every day that followed, I intentionally or unintentionally spoke ill of Serena behind her back. In my previous life, wasn't it because of my advice that she was unhappy and retaliated against me? In this life, Vivian stole her spotlight, taking half of her admirers. I wondered if Serena could handle it internally, but accidents always happen faster than planned. After the 7-day National Day holiday, Vivian changed again. She no longer wore revealing clothes or heavy makeup. After much probing, Vivian finally confessed in the dorm. It turned out that after returning home, she had been beaten severely. If she continued like this, she would be expelled and sent abroad. Serena still tried to console her. "Vivian, we're at school. Your parents can't control you here. It's okay, aren't you going to hang out with me anymore?" Vivian was very awkward, sighing, "I really like those clothes, but I truly can't anymore. But when I have time, I can still hang out with you." Once on a pirate ship, how could one easily disembark? Vivian's sudden betrayal was even more effective than my 3 days of badmouthing, because I inadvertently caught Serena giving out contact information to someone else, this time claiming it was Vivian's. Unsurprisingly, my fate from the previous life would soon be Vivian's. But how could Serena escape? She had just harmed Vivian, and she still wasn't letting me go. "Lynn, you're not from around here, so you don't need to pay so much attention. You don't normally wear revealing clothes, but you should wear this with me. I think you're much prettier than her." I feigned delight and continued to extract information. "Really? But you two are best friends, it wouldn't suit me." Seeing my expression waver, Serena continued to entice me. "Why not? She and I were just pretending to be friends. Behind my back, she was hooking up with my friends. People even sent me videos of them in bed. She wouldn't even admit it. Don't even mention her, she's nothing but bad luck." I carefully recorded her. She casually revealed, "Many times I just wanted to scream gotcha." I played for time with Serena, letting her believe that my compromise was only a matter of time, unaware that this would become a weapon to attack her. Very quickly, Vivian's karma arrived. On the school's anniversary, everyone had a day off. Many teachers and students weren't on campus. Fiona went on a date with her boyfriend. I also made an excuse of having plans to avoid being invited out by Serena. The tragedy of that day befell Vivian. In the middle of the night, the incident was exposed online. I rushed back around midnight, just in time to see Vivian, near death, being taken away by an ambulance. The police had also arrested 7 or 8 men. The school administration was also alarmed and had to return. The homeroom teacher wanted to question the 3 of us remaining in our dorm, including our classmates. "Lynn, tell me, why did this happen?" Serena quickly interjected. "Teacher, how would Lynn know? Vivian privately engaged in promiscuous behavior. This time, on the occasion of the school anniversary, she invited so many people to the dorm for stimulating games, she brought this upon herself. The homeroom teacher still cautiously asked, "But she usually hangs out with you? How come you're fine recently?" Serena shrugged helplessly. "I'm not like her. I don't casually date, I don't even like hanging out with boys." With her guiding words, plus Fiona and I both claiming ignorance, the rumors spread like wildfire. 2 days later, I went to the hospital to visit Vivian. Seeing her pale face on the bed, I approached her with concern. "Lynn, only you came to visit me." She cried very miserably, saying her family had disowned her and wanted nothing to do with her. I comforted her. "Vivian, I always thought you and Serena were very close. I can't believe she'd stab you in the back like this. To escape blame, she dared to speak about you like that in front of the teacher." Vivian stopped crying. "What do you mean?" I recounted what happened later that night, then played the previous recording. "I kept thinking you two were closest, so I was hesitant about whether to tell you. Serena is clearly harming you behind your back, isn't she?" I sighed. In truth, I couldn't help but laugh maniacally inside. Once human pain finds a target for anger, it will be infinitely magnified. What good would it do for Vivian to just lie in the hospital like this? She should go tear them apart, drag Serena down with her. With a will for revenge, recovery would be much faster. The next day, Vivian was discharged from the hospital and returned to school. She sued the men involved and at the same time explained to the school that Serena had harmed her. Because the incident couldn't be fully verified and Vivian was also a victim, she was not disciplined. However, everyone's eyes on her were different. She became sensitive and irritable. Any gaze that lingered on her would provoke her anger. Especially when facing Serena, Vivian remained silent after returning to the dorm. Serena also didn't come to talk to her. Just as I thought Vivian would take revenge on Serena, she acted. In broad daylight, during lunchtime dismissal, Vivian rushed forward and tore off Serena's clothes, completely exposing her in front of everyone. Serena's clothes were already loose and barely there anyway. Teachers had warned her many times, but she only ever said she'd change, never actually did. But today, she wasn't even wearing underwear, which excited the men present, who frantically took out their phones to take pictures. Serena screamed, wanting to pick up the clothes on the ground to put them on, but what good were two torn pieces of fabric? She was furious and wanted to hit Vivian, but Vivian had already fled. Fearing she'd ask to borrow my clothes, I had already slipped into the crowd. There were no afternoon classes, so I found a cafe to rest, and there I scrolled through a video. Serena, naked, running back to the dorm at noon, immediately shot to the top of the trending searches. Serena frantically sent messages in the dorm group chat. She also messaged me, asking where Vivian was. It was laughable, how would I know? That evening, Vivian appeared in the dorm as if nothing had happened. I had expected her to hide. "Vivian, you dare to come back. Are you crazy?" Serena's slap was blocked by Vivian. Vivian laughed loudly. "Don't you love to flaunt your body? I'm helping you. We're best friends. I know what you want most. Aren't you happy?" Serena was speechless. She tried to find an excuse for herself. "I only wanted to show it to other girls. I didn't mean to show it to those men. Do you think everyone is like you? Promiscuously dating men, and now you're getting your karma, aren't you?" Her words directly ignited Vivian's rage. The two of them lunged at each other, fighting. Afterwards, I was the one who messaged the homeroom teacher. The two finally stopped, and neither wanted to change dorms. Was this their way of annoying each other to death? Serena's revenge was always silent. Vivian, once again, was dragged into a grove of trees and raped on her way back to school that evening. This time, she completely collapsed, wanting to destroy everything of Serena's, smashing her cosmetics, even urinating on her bed. When Serena returned, before anyone could react, Vivian grabbed a knife and lunged, stabbing her once. Ambulances and police arrived again. I thought Vivian would go to jail. Unexpectedly, she had previously been diagnosed with a mental illness and was taken to a hospital for treatment. Serena had a very long scar on her body. She broke down and cried loudly because she could no longer flaunt her body. In my earphones, a song by a deep-voiced female singer played on repeat. The song told a very dark story of a girl's psychology and revenge, but I thoroughly enjoyed listening to its melody. After her wound healed, Serena was no longer fake. If anyone stared at her, she would retort with venomous words. Only when facing me did her voice soften a little, because in her eyes I was a tolerant person with a very open mind. "Lynn, do you think this scar of mine is ugly?" "How could it be ugly? It's not like you wanted it, you're a victim too," I replied with a smile. Serena was very touched. She said aggrievedly, "That's right, those people used to compliment my figure, but now they all criticize me. I'm going to get a tattoo to cover it up so no one will see it anymore. Then I can wear the clothes I like again?" With my encouragement, she immediately acted. She got a very gaudy tattoo and started wearing revealing clothes again. Now, her image was even worse than before, but she was very satisfied with herself, because she was once again receiving those eager, lustful gazes from men. Very quickly, her karma also arrived. The parents of the boys who had previously raped Vivian and gone to prison came looking for her. Because their sons only admitted that they had received an invitation from Serena, they came. In an instant, everyone knew that Serena had been betrayed by her friend. So, it turns out that girl posted lingerie photos in the freshman group chat. Whoever hangs out with her is unlucky. That other girl deserved it too. She didn't know how to pick friends. You can tell this girl is no good just by looking at her. Such a big tattoo, why doesn't she just tattoo her whole arm? The curses online couldn't provoke her as much as reality. Serena was surrounded by several parents. How could she be a match for grown men? As she was being dragged away, she told me to call the police to save her. I was threatened because they wouldn't let me call the police. After being supervised for 3 hours, I was allowed to leave. Conveniently, I had the perfect excuse. I tearfully went to find the homeroom teacher first, then waited for the teacher to go rescue her. I thought Serena would make a huge fuss, but unexpectedly she returned, her body covered in injuries. Intending to let the matter go, she said they were going to let her off, and there was no need to make a big deal out of nothing. Under my feigned concern, she finally revealed that those people had gotten her family's information. Every weekend, she had to entertain those old men and asked me to help cover for her. As a good roommate, of course, I had to call the police to rescue her. Those people had to go to jail. Serena cried louder than anyone, begging the police to protect her family. The final result was that those people had only tricked her. They had no idea where her family was. Serena became famous once again. College student sleeps with old men. All her admirers had unfriended her. She cried and confronted me. "I told you not to call the police. Don't call the police. Why did you do that?" Fiona stood in front of me, shielding me. "Lynn was just worried about you, afraid something would happen to you. We're the ones who knew what was going on. If something happened to you, we'd also be in trouble. Do you think everyone is like you, irresponsible?" I blinked in feigned self-reproach. "Serena, I'm sorry. I was really afraid you'd get hurt even more. I wanted to protect you." In my previous life, I advised her with this exact mindset, but not anymore. I was no longer the kind girl Lynn from back then. Why was she the one who was promiscuous and unrestrained, yet I was the one who was harmed? Those beasts had to go to jail. Those who wanted to cover for them were not innocent. Their parents also had to go to jail. No one was innocent. Everyone had to pay for me. I don't know who started spreading rumors that Serena had an STD, but one person told 10 told 100, and everyone knew. Especially in our building, or among girls whose boyfriend Serena had once seduced, the agitation grew even stronger. Serena walking down the street might encounter people cursing her. "Why aren't you dead yet, you hussy?" Good thing my ex-boyfriend wanted to get back with me, and I refused. He used to hang out with Serena too. That bastard is getting his karma now. Sisters, this is so satisfying. The glares and curses didn't make Serena immediately retaliate as before. I began to think she was suffering from depression. Serena told me she would take brutal revenge on these people. An hour later, she posted on the school forum that she had secretly entered other people's dorms, used their personal belongings, and told those people to be careful. Those girls were on the verge of a breakdown, demanding to go to the hospital for checkups and demanding the police arrest Serena. Those people worried for several days, but in the end, the result was only that Serena hadn't gone at all. She smiled like a cunning cat. After achieving her goal, her mood was incredibly refreshed. The homeroom teacher couldn't do anything to her either. After all, those people started the rumors first. If they continued to curse her, she would use similar tactics to retaliate. "I secretly wore your underwear." The tongues of the world were terrifying, so no one dared to provoke this madwoman. Serena's life continued. How could I let her be happy like this? The final opportunity finally arrived. I discovered that she was out of the dorm at least 3 days a week. Several times, I secretly followed her. I found that she was dating different men and going to hotels. Among them was even the man belonging to the plump woman who had splashed bubble tea on her earlier. The man, though thin, looked quite handsome. I quickly took several uncensored HD photos and sent them to the plump woman using that fake account. How would an extreme woman seek revenge? The other side didn't reply. I grew impatient. Luckily, there was movement in the group. In that group of over 20 men, someone initiated a multi-person party with Serena as the main girl. They said they'd trick her into coming first, then play. Did anyone fear that girl wouldn't call the police? Definitely not. She's been with old men for so long and hasn't called the police, so she won't this time either. They didn't know Serena was being blackmailed then. I pretended not to notice. That weekend, Serena happily went out. She invited me along. Lynn, there's a villa party, want to come? All handsome guys, plus it's just the two of us girls. You can play however you want, haha, many wolves, little meat. Who was really playing whom? I politely declined and wished her a good time. Under my farewell smile, Serena happily left. That very day, I saw many unbearable images in the group. I didn't know if she was suffering or happy, but it had nothing to do with me. I thought Serena would come back and share her conquests with me, but to my surprise, I received bad news about her first. On the school forum, a censored nude photo of her appeared, but with 2 words written on her chest: slut. When I learned she had been reported, I couldn't help but take a cold breath. Serena deliberately tried to conceal what happened at the villa, but the police weren't idle. She was eventually fined and detained for a period. Those videos somehow leaked out. Regarding this, Serena only had one devastated sentence: "It's utterly humiliating." In any case, she was also expelled from school. Only then did Serena feel fear. She went to find a teacher, wanting to salvage the situation, but was flatly refused. She complained to me, "It's all those disgusting men's fault. They promised not to spread it. Now they've ruined me. I'm so angry I could die." Then I showed her a screenshot, revealing that my fake account was still in that group. Because that account had no real information, it was a SIM card I'd bought a long time ago. No one could trace it to me, nor could they prove I was a man. Good deeds should be done anonymously, right? Serena stared at me furiously. "Lynn, so it was you. Aren't we friends? You're even more disgusting than Vivian. What else did you have a hand in?" I smiled innocently. "Nah, don't talk nonsense. I'm just a passerby who likes to gossip. Nothing has anything to do with me. Don't falsely accuse me. I find these things shocking too. All I can say is, if you don't want others to know, don't do it. Am I right?" She said nothing, packed her bags, and prepared to leave school. I knew she was suppressing her anger, planning to take revenge on me. But just as she exited the dorm building, she was intercepted by that extreme, plump woman. "For seducing my boyfriend, you slut." Because the plump woman was holding a knife, many people immediately fled in fear. Serena's relationships were terrible, but there were still some girls with a sense of justice who rushed forward to help. The plump woman screamed, "Don't stop me. This has nothing to do with you. I'm going to kill this slut." At this point, the scene was very bloody. I looked at the image. Serena had lost one of her breasts, blood soaked the ground, and she screamed in pain. The plump woman didn't leave either. She sat beside Serena, waiting for the police to arrive, cackling, muttering words like, "Serves you right," "karma," and leaked indecent videos. For Serena, the leaked videos might have been nothing, but losing a breast would truly drive her insane. I visited her in the hospital as a roommate, only to find her in a rage, not letting any doctors or nurses in. When she saw me, she revealed a look of fierce resentment. "You dare to show your face to me? I won't let you off either." "Really? In your current state?" I glanced at her. She painfully clutched her chest, wanting to conceal something. Get out. Do you think anyone cares to visit you? What I've always wanted to see is your pathetic state. Seeing you not doing well puts my mind at ease. I still have class this afternoon. Goodbye then." "Oh right, you've been expelled from school. It's useless to tell you anything." I smiled and left the hospital room, Serena's anguished screams echoing behind me. I asked the homeroom teacher to change dorms. Fiona moved with me. Afterwards, I heard another rumor. Serena had a venereal disease. She had no money for treatment and could only go to the men she had been intimate with before. But no one would admit to being infected. She was in unbearable pain. The physical suffering seemed to have brought her to her senses. When I went to the temple to burn incense, I encountered her. She knelt for a long time in the main hall, unable to get up, praying to some immortal to save her. When she came out, she happened to face me. "Lynn, I'm out of options. I just realized everything you said was true. I should have protected myself. I shouldn't have trusted those men. Can you lend me some money? I don't have money for medicine. Please, I beg you. Weren't we friends before? I never did anything wrong to you, did I?" She pleaded sincerely with me. She was wrong, but the harm she inflicted on me would take a lifetime to heal. I'm sorry, we were never friends. Kindness is for those who truly need it. I didn't let her grab my sleeve. I strode towards the vast open world. M.